So that way our FOBs are a lot harder to attack. So that way even fighting in the city is a lot more viable than trying to attack the other's MOB. I'm making this video so that way y'all can see the inside of this and understand why I am saying this. So, first, gate is unbreakable, meaning that if for any reason that we need to, let's say, leave it closed, we can, meaning that they won't be able to drive vehicles in and we'll be able to drive out. Next is the system. This will allow us to bank grenades over the top and in certain areas underneath the fencing. Specifically so that way we can kill anybody trying to get in without having to fire a bullet. There's a lot of areas that we can do this, including some areas where we can fire at them. These walls are able to be shot through, so they are able to retaliate. Next is this right here. There's a hole right here that they will have to crawl through in order to get into the actual main MOV. It is a bit of a hassle to get through, but both sides are able to get through this hole relatively easily. Takes a little bit of finagling, but for the most part, it works. If it'll let me through this time, it worked earlier. Here, I'll go ahead and get rid of this dirt mound. So that way that is not an issue. Dirt mound will be permanently taken out, so that way both parties can crawl through with relative ease. Now you can crawl on both sides. The dirt mounds here are so that way they cannot just pop grenades through here. They will hit the dirt mound and stay in this general vicinity. Next is this wall right here. This will allow us to fire in and over here for when we spawn. And the spawn area is in here with all the arsenals. Obviously, in order to get into the zigzagged area, it is completely sectioned off, allowing us to walk up here, bank grenades through the holes in the bottom, that hole, and this one. You can even toss it through this hole if you have the skill. You can toss it in through there, I'm pretty sure. And then over here, you can toss it over the wall, banking it off the roof. I will even grab frag grenades to give a demonstration of this, so that way y'all understand exactly how you have to bank these, so that way they are not confused whenever a grenade kills them. So, I will bank the grenades off the bottom first, to demonstrate how these will work. That did not go in. But I know this one will. Right there, dirt mounds obviously protect you from shrapnel and the actual explosion. Obviously, banking it off the top is a hell of a lot easier than trying to bank it through the holes, but the holes allow you to get it a little bit closer to the enemy. So, for instance, that went into the wall right in this little corridor. Anybody in there would have gotten hurt and or killed. Same thing over here. If I wanted to bank it into here, I would bank it off the roof right around here, and it would go directly down the hall, all the way down there. Killing anybody in that hall. Same thing right here. Bank it off the roof. And right there. Obviously, these walls are able to be shot through. I will give a demonstration by shooting through this one to hit the wall on the other side, showing bullet holes. If I go to Game Master, you will see that on the opposite side of this wall, there are in fact bullet holes, meaning that they can retaliate to shoot back at us if they can discern where we are inside this little pocket. It is so that way it is not a completely one-sided fight. They can retaliate against our hand grenades as well as giving us the opportunity to shoot through with LMGs and such. I made this so that way, while it is in our favor, it is still completely fair. This is what it looks like on the outside in GM. It is a lot of objects, but it isn't localized to this specific area. There is a repair and refuel module here, so that way any vehicles that are parked in here, including our LAV, can be brought back to base and then, well, revised. As you can see, this is unbreakable. The only problem is that I've noticed that it does not allow you to close it back, so I might just get rid of that completely and make this open. These barbed wire and tank traps are here so that way they cannot camp the outside of our little gate. They will have to walk through the front, allowing us to retaliate if we are held up inside this room with our vehicles and such. The hillside around is still completely open. They can still shoot at us from the hillsides and even from over there if we come down the road. Meaning that this isn't a completely protected base. It is just to protect people as they spawn in and allow us to retaliate if they plan on moving in on our base. So for instance, if they are sitting up on this hill, shooting down into our little garage area here with rockets and or snipers, we can completely stop what we are doing, pull back into this room and wait for them to run in, allowing us to then kill them. As I say again, I am making this video so that way the admins are aware, and I have given a full tour of the base, that way y'all understand exactly how this works, and so that way the other team, aka Military and Freedom, can in fact create their own FOV. Ending recording now.